Peace to the 12. Peace to the 12. Y'all see the title, Black People Can Make White Babies. Yes, black people can make white babies if you can't tell. Okay, now this is from a video response to a video I just did about how the Idumeans cannot achieve salvation and that they're going to be knocked off. But this guy, Dress Code 2005, made a comment about 2 hours ago. He said, Jacob and Esau's mother is Rebecca. Help me to understand this. Was Jacob the so-called black man and Esau the so-called white man? You're correct, yes. If so, two nations of people came out of one woman. What skin color was Rebecca? Well, brother, to answer your question, yes, two skin colors came out of one woman. Two nations. Another word for the word nation is race. I didn't include that, but I'll pull that up right now just for you. 1 second. Let me go to the etymology. Type in this word nation. It goes back to the word race for those of you that don't know. Here we go. Etymology, by the way, means origin of the word, or word origin. So the word nation goes back to the word race. Okay, we type in the word nation, it says nation, nation, a race of people, tribe, literally race of people. Okay, so, and as you guys all know, in Genesis it tells you two nations are in thy womb. When they go to see the seer, another word for the seer is a prophet. The seer tells Rebecca that two nations are in her womb, meaning what? Two races, two nations of people, two tribes. All right, and they're going to be separated. And he asked me the question, what color was Rebecca? Well, brother, they were both dark skinned, or what you would say today, they were both so-called black. Okay, and for those of you that don't know, so-called black people to this very day can still give birth to white children. Okay, look at this. I'm gonna go through this. You can look this article up on. It says 3 African couples gave birth to a white child. All right, Ben and Angela Ihegboro, black Nigerian couple. They gave birth to a white child, even though they have 2 black sons. And these are so-called albinos, even though the word albino goes back to the word white anyway. All right, Arlette and Francis Shui Bangu, black Congolese parents. All right, and they gave birth to a white baby as well, as you can see. Okay, so this thing happens. Ethelbert and Nekuma Konam, black Nigerian parents, they gave birth to a so-called white baby as well. So it's not that far-fetched that Jacob came out the way that he came out and Esau came out the way that he came out. All right, and I could end it like that. That was pretty easy. But I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that black people, so-called black people, actually have pretty much any and every phenotype. All right, let's go to 2 Ezra 6:54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. So all people come from Adam, right? All nations. And the chosen people are who? The people who he's chosen, that would be the Israelites. Now, for those of you that don't know, Adam means the ground. A well-known Hebrew name, Adam, means son of the red earth. Adamah, meaning earth, son of the earth. Okay? Even in Greek, the word Adam means Adamus, which means earth, man, soil, light brown. Alright, so he was the color of the ground. And I've heard people say, oh, Adam means ruddy. I've had their comments. Well, even if they wanted to go that way, ruddy just means reddish brown. Okay? It's a picture of a ruddy cow, ruddy horse, and a ruddy dog. Now, like I told you, so-called black people have all phenotypes, and all people come from so-called black people, believe it or not. Hell, even Google tells you that. Even Google tells you that when you Google it. Google, the first people of Europe were black. Scientific Research Publishing says the archaeological, anthropological, and genetic evidence indicated that the first Europeans were dark sub-Saharan Africans who carried mtDNA haplogroup N and Y chromosome C6 into Europe. So they tell you the first inhabitants of Europe were so-called black. They tell you that the early humans were dark skinned. But they try to go the evolution angle. No, evolution never happened. And I'm going to do a video at some point. I keep putting it off because it's a long video. But evolution is a lie. But once again, so-called black people do have all phenotypes, like blue eyes. So-called black people do possess blue eyes, okay? Just like this person. All right, many so-called black people have blue eyes. The alkaline nose, like they try to say, the alkaline nose. So-called black people or dark-skinned people have alkaline noses, just like that. What they call a hawk nose. Asian eyes, the monoloid eyes or the epicanthal folds of Asian descent. All right, these type of eyes. There's the Aboriginal people of the Philippines, the Ada people, who have the same eyes. All right, the Ada people, you guys can look them up. There's the classification that they gave, known as the Negrito, which is a so-called black person with the woolly nappy hair, the woolly hair. They have the same epicanthal folds. They have the same Asian eyes. All right, then you have the San people in South Africa. They also have the so-called Asian eyes. Okay, this is easy, man. Straight hair, the straight hair thing, right? You have so-called black people known as the Anu, A-N-N-U. The Anu people are so-called is an African tribe with straight hair. Okay, and I'm going through this fast. Well, number one, because it's 3 in the morning, and I'm trying to go to sleep. But I just wanted to record this or pre-record this. I'll upload it tomorrow. But yeah, the Anu people, they possess straight hair. And it's pretty clear to me that this phenotype is a phenotype that is shared with the so-called Indians, Native American Indians and so forth. Look at how she's dressed or whatnot, right? And it reminds me of the Bonaparte murals, which are dark-skinned people that originally inhabited Mexico. All right, the so-called black people. All right, the Bonaparte murals, y'all can look it up. Then you go to the land of India, over there in the country of South Asia. India has a group of people known as the Dravidians, the dark-skinned people of India. The Dravidians were the majority population across the Indian subcontinent before the second millennium. All right, so India used to be mostly all so-called black people, like this, that look like this, or so-called dark-skinned people. Okay? As a matter of fact, when you go into history and you read about people's reports, like Marco Polo and so on and so forth, Tacticus, and all those people, they mention how the Indians were dark complected. All right, and the Dravidians can produce something known as albino Dravidians, which look like so-called white people. This is a Ukrainian, this is a Dravidian albino, and these are the Dravidians. All right, so once again, so-called black people are the original. Like you hear a lot of these Pan-African dudes, they say, oh, the black man is the original man. Well, he's actually correct. Okay, of course they want to go back to an African angle. No, all so-called black people don't come from Africa. But anyway, this is once again a Dravidian albino. There's no difference. This dude looks like Prince Harry's illegitimate brother or son or something, right? And the Elamo Dravidians are known as Elam in the Bible. Elamo Dravidian, Elam. All right. What else did I want before I get out of here? Blonde hair. Blonde hair. You have many black people with so-called blonde hair. The Melanesians. All right. The Melanesians are so-called black people with blonde hair, and a lot of them have blue eyes, or some of them have blue eyes, some of them have green eyes. Images of red hair. So-called black people have natural red hair. Okay, Malcolm X is a famous person that had red hair. I knew this girl in my school when I was growing up. She had red hair naturally, and she had freckles. All right, black people can have so-called black people can have freckles. So-called black people can have green eyes. All right, this famous guy there, Smokey Robinson. A lot of your grandparents spawned your parents by listening to Smokey Robinson, probably. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. That's a quick video, man. Yes, black people can make white babies. Hopefully that answered your question, man. I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. And with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father, the Most High, Yahawah, in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahawashi. Yahawah is the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world commonly calls God. Yahawashi is the Savior of the nation of Israel, the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. I want to say shalom, which means peace to you people listening and learning, to you brothers pushing this work to sincerity, and to you elders that's been doing this thing before me, man. Yeah, that's pretty simple, man. Once again, black people can make white babies, and I didn't even include the albinos, which albinos have multiple types. Like you have albino type A, B, C, and I believe there might even be a D. All right, which make the albinos look certain different. Some with red eyes, some look just like so-called white people, so on and so forth. Others have a lot of freckles. But anyway, man, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Shalom, peace.